What's up, guys, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Welcome to one of our most important days as a pilot. Today, we are going to be earning our CPL, our commercial pilot's license. We're going to need this thing to be able to make any money in our career going forward, and it's pretty much do or die. We paid 2,500 credits to start taking this thing, and we've only got 500 left in the bank account, so if we fail this, our career is quite literally over. But yeah, guys, welcome back. Feels really good to be back, maybe. Very excited to see where we can go with this. I'm sorry it's taken so long for episode 2 here. Release the game was just not the best timing. Came out the day before Chelsea and I left for F1 Las Vegas, which was epic. Vlog is going to be coming to the vlog channel probably on Friday-ish. But server issues the first day. Really only had the morning before our flight to be able to record, so we're going to be busting these things out. So here we go. Go ahead and get this thing started.
Welcome to your CPL check ride, the last stop on your way to become a true professional pilot. For this check ride, you will complete a cross-country flight through Los Angeles County, taking off from Van Nuys Airport and then landing at Bob Hope Airport.
All right.
You can start when you are ready.
Well, we're going to request our taxi clearance. Make sure we aren't missing any of this time.
Ground Cessna November 441905 with Sierra request taxi for takeoff departure to the east.
Where's our parking brake?
November 441905 taxi to and hold short of runway 16 right via taxiway Alpha 1 Charlie. Contact tower on 120.2 when ready.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to confirm, acknowledge that we got that information, and we're going to push forward and stop at that hold short.
Alpha 1 Charlie Cessna 1905.
Which is going to be right over there. Here we go. Feels good to be back, baby. Now, I have some good news. So first of all, we're back. I don't have anything going on. So like I said, we're going to be cruising through this career mode. I'm so excited. I didn't realize how deep it was. I've been reading all about it on Reddit and reviews and things like that. But also, I think I've got it figured out. You guys can see here, we're actually using our rudder. I finally got the flight stick all set up. It had some like duplicate button weird things happening in the controls where I wasn't going to be able to use my rudder and I wasn't able to use the flaps and stuff like that. But I think we're going to be good going forward. So we're going to pull over here. We're going to hold short of the runway. We're going to request our clearance to take off.
November 441905. Ready for east departure at runway 16 right.
Doing all right so far, man. Appreciate it. Dressed for the occasion today, baby.
1905 altimeter 29.992 east departure approved.
So we've got our clearance, but we're going to have to acknowledge.
16 right.
That's it. We basically, anytime you hear ATC talking, we just got to press enter because I don't.
Runway 16 right Cessna 1905.
I don't want to be charged with not listening to them or anything else. So we are going to pull out into runway 16R here. Nice and easy, dude. I'm actually a little bit nervous here. This should be pretty simple. I did do a couple of the training missions just to kind of refresh ourselves. This should be simple, but I'm a little bit nervous either way. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hitting the juice here, baby. Let's get it going. Flaps are all the way up. Technically, you could take off with a little flap if you need it, right? I don't think we're gonna need it here because we've got a nice long runway, so that'll help us get up to speed a little bit quicker. We are officially at max throttle. We've got our rudder control to be able to keep us on the center line, which we did not have before. I was really missing that in the last one. Let's go ahead and pull back on the yoke a little bit. And we are going to climb up to 1,500 feet. Nice and light, baby. Keep her nice and easy. We're a little bit off to the left there, but that's going to be okay. Just a slow climb to 1,500. Welcome to beautiful Los Angeles here at Van Nuys Airport. Out in the valley. Oh, almost forgot to
Van Nuys Tower Cessna, November 441905. Continue for east departure.
Bro, my problem is I'm talking. So like when I'm talking to you guys and I'm also thinking about what I'm doing, obviously there's a lot of multitasking going on. Then I gotta end up talking to ATC as well, so we want to keep climbing. We're going to want to reach this area here. We're going to get into our pattern, and then we're going to try to climb up to 1,900. So we're going to try to keep I think our cruising RPM is at about 2,300. So we're going to keep our engine around there. Nice easy turn. We're just going to slowly climb into the skies, baby. Let's try to set our trim a little bit. I'm going to trim to like, I don't know, what, 13 degrees or something? Oop, that's a little bit too much there. And let's just try to stick around this 1900. Let's find that balance where the plane just kind of flies itself. Looks like we're sticking... That's good right there. And look at that. The plane's just kind of flying herself, baby. I don't got to do anything. We weren't messing with the trim. We weren't messing with the flaps. We weren't messing with anything before. So let's make sure we stick here. We are a little bit high. So I'm going to drop this down. We don't want to have too much speed. Let's make sure we stay at 1900 here, Trev. Oh, shoot. We're already entering this. Okay. All right. So we're going to trim down even more. We have a lot of speed.
My airspace frequency change approved.
Okay. Do I have to acknowledge that? Yep. Got you.
Van Nuys Tower Cessna, November 441, 905 frequency change.
Now, I think we're going to want to let... We are coming in really hot here, so we probably could add... I'm going to add 10% flaps. Because we're going to try to slow this thing down. I think we want to land around 65 miles an hour or less. I think one of the things I was really kind of messing up with, especially in that first episode too, is I was just being really impatient. I was like full throttle the entire way. It was like, you know, all or nothing, 100% or zero. Like, obviously, being patient is a big part of this. So as we get, you know, more intense and important missions and stuff like that, obviously we're going to have to take it a lot more seriously. I was just trying to bust through the basic tutorial stuff, and I don't know if that was the right way to do things. So we got our flaps at 10 degrees here. We're gonna have to lose some altitude. I'm gonna drop our throttle quite a bit, lose altitude, lose airspeed, hopefully at the same time, nice and smooth. I think we're probably gonna go, let's go flaps to 20% or 20 degrees. Maybe even 30 degrees. We're going to end up landing pretty short on this runway. I feel like the way he had us coming in was a little bit high, but that's all right. Flaps at 10. Nice easy landing. Not really the best center line that we've had, but it was smooth. It was smooth. It was an improvement a bit. It was a bit of a long landing, but it was smooth.
Cessna
Oh.
195, turn next taxiway.
I mean, you know, we did what we could. I feel like they kind of gave us a pretty bad hold short right there.
For Cessna 195.
I feel like that we had a good one and then it put it back behind us right away, but we'll take that. I'm gonna use taxiway Bravo. We've got a short little taxi distance here. I mean, it could have been a lot better for sure. I don't like how high it had us coming in. I don't know if it really wants us to aggressively swoop down like that, or maybe I was just a little bit slow to react. I have to watch it on the VOD, but all in all, you know, we were moderately successful there, I think. And we can go ahead and start our shutdown procedure. Parking brakes, shut down.
You've performed great today. Keep the same attitude, and I'm sure that you will have great piloting career.
Performed great, she says. Oh, we got an A. Let's go. Everything went perfectly during this flight. We got 100%, 968,000 out of 1,000,000 possible. Okay, we will take that, baby. Looking way better than what we had going on before, and we could officially start making some money. All right, we have passed. Our CPL allows you to fly an airplane for financial compensation and embark on your journey as a professional pilot across a wide variety of activities.
Now you are able to earn money for completing missions.
Good, because I was pretty much going broke. We've got 500 credits in our bank account. So obviously the world is kind of our oyster at this point. There are a couple of directions that you can go. Easy ways to make money starting off. I think our jet rating is like kind of the quickest way to making a bunch of money. And what you'll see here is like each one of these, this is a $5,000 endorsement. This is $5,000. This is $15,000. This is $10,000. So like we're going to have to make money to be able to get there. Now the good news is since we have that CPL rating, now we're going to be able to do these style of missions. We've got ferry flights we can do now to be able to make, oh, where's it taking us? Oh.
You're ready to take the next step. I have a mission lined up for you. Prove you can handle this.
Our first potential ferry mission, Mr. Klimek, who sent his precious plane away for maintenance, is now eagerly awaiting to get it flown back near Newbegin Drone. Careful, this client is very picky about his bird. Make sure your landing is spot on. He might be on site when you arrive. Ooh, there's a bit of pressure there, huh? So, we're getting paid for this, right? Or is this like another test and then we can get paid after this? I would imagine we're getting paid here. But yeah, basically we're gonna have to get all of these certifications and then you can get specializations within those to do each of the things. Obviously, some of the really exciting stuff like aerial firefighting is gonna take a long way to get. We gotta get to level 7 or 60. We gotta get the scoop endorsement, turboprop, whatever else. So we're not gonna be able to do a lot of that yet. From what I've seen on Reddit and stuff, obviously charter is really great, but before you go to charter, cargo transport is one of the best things to get early, and then eventually, pretty soon, we're going to be able to start up our own company right here, which to buy that and the airplane, it's like 35,000 or so credits. So we need to make enough to be able to get there. But then if we have that cargo transport specialization, apparently that's a great way to really kind of make money quickly, because each one of these, you've got to get your specialization or your certification and your specialization, and then you've got to buy the aircraft for it, which is not cheap. But eventually we're going to be able to hire out and hire other pilots, and you can make money while you're not even playing passively and stuff. So it's going to be great. But it sounds like our first step on this journey is going to be returning a 172 Skyhawk to home base. This is insane, man. Like from what I've read on Reddit and stuff, like it's actually really, really grindy. So I love it. Like you're really kind of having to work your way up through the ranks here. So this is an 880 credit contract. Dude, this is going to be slow rolling, huh? All right. We're just going to fly this aircraft to destination. The world is opening up for us. But yeah, from what I've seen, the ferry flights and the sightseeing flights just don't pay enough. So obviously everyone has to start somewhere. And we're starting in a field, baby. Our first time getting paid to fly an airplane. Let's get it. I've also read that, and you guys will have to let me know because, again, you guys have been able to play a lot more than me this week. I'm kind of sad about it, but we're going to start grinding now. I've read that skipping can be pretty detrimental. You get a lot more XP and bonus credits and stuff like that without skipping. Like right now, we could skip to the taxi if we skipped all the startup and stuff, which sometimes can save you time and might be worth it.
Julia Reichert. Thanks for accepting the job. I'm your contact here.
Thanks, Julia.
Today's lucky bird heading to Nijmegen is this charming little 172 Skyhawk. The owner's aircraft was in for maintenance, and now that it's fixed, he wants it flown back. He's already waiting for it. His name's Mr. Michael Klimek. Now give this beautiful bird the VIP treatment it deserves. Take care.
I gotta be honest, Mr. Klimek sounds like kind of a hard ass. All right, so we're gonna announce our taxi, release
Echo
our parking
Delta
brake.
Romeo Mike traffic Cessna Delta. Lima Foxtrot Echo Quebec is taxiing to runway tree 6.
Look at this hold short literally right in front of us. I'm assuming we don't have ATC to talk to out here. Just talking to ourselves on the radio.
Lima Foxtrot Echo Quebec taking off runway tree 6 south departure.
All right, runway 36 right here. Let's go ahead and give her the juice. Let's get the heck out of here. Watch that windsock that's turning but not flapping. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Got a really short runway here. Got to get our airspeed up. What's it, like 55 or something that we want to be at? Yeah, around 55. We're there, so we can go ahead and start pulling back. We don't have the longest runway. We could add flaps if we needed, honestly. I'm going to add some flaps to help us climb a little bit quicker, and we are going to get up to 1,400 feet. Just look at the future we have ahead of us. We are flying into it right now. The world is our oyster. I cannot believe we're getting paid to do what we love. Let's get it. Gonna try to make this as smooth as possible. Really, I think the landing is gonna be our most important part. Kind of called that out for us. Probably add a little bit of trim here. Gonna be climbing up to 2,000 feet. Flaps are still at 10. I'm gonna reduce those to 0. I'm going to try to get as much airspeed as possible. Dude, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, I love this game so much. This is so incredible. This is everything I have ever wanted. All right, I think we're going to want to kind of take a slightly harder bank here. We probably could have gone more to the right. It's all right, though. Bring her around town. Nice and easy. She's a freshly maintained bird. We want to make sure we're taking care of her. Oh, that is just so freaking beautiful. Where are we? Somewhere over in Europe. Look at just the endless rolling expanse of farm fields. So we're at 2,000 feet. That's where we wanted to be. I'm going to reduce this to around 2,300 RPM on our engine. Take it nice and easy. Again, this thing is freshly maintained, so we don't want her doing anything crazy. Going to try to trim. We're at 12 degrees or 12% of trim right now, which looks like we're heading steady-ish. So gaining a little bit of altitude. And yeah, we see, like, we could skip to descent right now, but I don't think you want to do that. I think you will want to actually do the flying part of it. So looking good, baby. I'm pretty sure there's autopilot on this Skyhawk. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. Granted, I don't know how to use it, and I have seen some tips on Reddit. So what you can do is, if you go into your settings, I'll show this to you guys if you guys are playing alongside us. I want to take a look at my keyword and see. I don't know what it's called. So it's called sim rate. You want to set your increase and decrease sim rate. I've got it on my brackets here, and what you can do with that is I can press my forward bracket here, and it's going to speed up time so that on these like super, okay, now we're getting a little bit crazy there. I thought we had our trim set a little bit better. But on these super long missions, it's not skipping because you're still actively flying. Like, you still got to keep things in control here, and you can get yourself in trouble if you get too aggressive with it. But this way, you know, there's literally nothing happening during this long straight flight for 6 nautical miles here, or whatever we're going to end up doing. So we can just kind of keep her between the beacons. Just keep everything nice and smooth and simple. Dude, this is just so freaking beautiful out here. I love this so much. Look at all the windmills. The farmland, man. We should be playing Farming Simulator right now. I'm freaking loving the channel right now, bro. It is so much fun. This is ridiculous. This is what I get to do for a living, is sit here and wear a pilot's uniform and pretend like I'm a pilot. This is amazing. That's the runway we're landing on. Oh boy. All right. Yep. Things are going to get real hairy here. We're going to be okay. Or wait, is it? Where is it? Is it below us? That's what we're flying to right there. Well, good thing we know where we're landing, huh? I'm going to set our flaps to 10 degrees. Might be a little bit early, but I just want to make sure we're not carrying too much speed as we fly in here. This is just so cool here. All right. Going to be doing a little loop-de-loop. Make sure we're keeping our airspeed in a good range. I feel like 80s is decent, but we're going to be losing altitude here, so we're going to be gaining some airspeed. It's so hard to actually pay attention to what you're doing because you really just want to look out the window, dude. Like, this is just so miraculous. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with this. I saw a comment, somebody was like, Trev, you got to go to your local FBO, you got to do a discovery flight in that first episode. And I want to so bad, but I know how expensive and obsessed a new hobby would be. So I don't know, we'll see, maybe one day. So we did a full loop there. And then we're going to do a secondary turn thing. That's the landing strip over there on our left, kind of 45 degrees or so from us. All right. Look at the scratches on the windshield, dude. The windscreen, I guess is what it's called. The reflection of the sun there. The shadow of our compass. Like, come on. This game is just so beautiful. Coming around this way. Nice and easy. Okay, I'm a bit confused. Where are we landing? It says we're approaching final. Is it off to the left over there? Yeah, oh, that's it right there. Okay. All right, here we go. I do think we're coming in a little bit hot. I'm going to add some more flaps. We're going to go up to 20 degrees. Need to bleed off some more of that speed. Notice our airspeed's at 65 here, but we're dropping, so it's going to stay pretty consistent. Announce our final. Coming around. There she is. Oh, this is a short runway, Trev. You cannot do what
Echo
you
Delta
did in your
Romeo
first one. All right, I'm
Delta
gonna
traffic
lose
Cessna
flaps
Delta.
back to 10.
Kilo Foxtrot Echo Quebec is on final runway 27 to land.
I kind of want to do this full thing inside. Obviously, outside is a bit easier. Sometimes I just like watching it from the outside, but airspeed is 64. Coming in. I'm going to go back to 20% on the flaps. This is where we're landing, right? Why does it say our final is... Okay, it's behind us, I guess. Here we go. 10 degrees on the flaps. Back to 20. Finger down nice and easy. Coming in a little slow. Flare up. Clean, baby. I don't really know where the center line is. We're somewhere around it, I think. Reduce speed. We're going to hold shorts. I guess back behind us. Does it just want me to straight up turn around like this every time? Like, is that our goal? I'm not sure. All right, we can move our flaps back to 0. Not looking to take off or anything. Just looking to taxi down the runway. I feel like that was pretty good. It's weird that both of these... They had us land and then it had us stop at a hold short behind where we landed. Now this one, there's literally absolutely no way we could have landed and had this hold short in front of us because this is at the front end of the thing, so I don't know what their plan was, but I would venture to say that was pretty all right there.
I'm sure the trip had its challenges, but I hope my plane didn't take too much of a beating. Thanks for your hard work.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, buddy. We're going to shut the engine down. I feel like we did pretty all right there. If we got an A in our tests, that better be an A as well. It was stopping on D for a while there. I was nervous. Landing smoothness was 86%. Oh, it's still adding. It's still adding. No skip bonus. Bad weather bonus. That was bad weather? We got an A. 87% on the condition of the aircraft. 86% on landing smoothness. I'm not mad at it. Look at this, mission payout. So we had a $9,000 income, employer commission of $87.50, reputation bonus, no skip bonus, but bro, what? We're paying them $8,750 to be under them? Okay, that's why we need to make our own company. As soon as we have $35,000, we're not gonna have to pay that. That makes sense now. So using somebody else's, you know, they're getting jobs for us or whatever.
I think you will need a space of your own. You can take this desk. It's been empty for a while.
Thanks, Arturo, even though you're absolutely milking me dry, bro. Sometimes I might like being milked, but not in that sense, my goodness. So basically, we're just, new specializations available or flight sim. Okay, again, those aren't necessarily the highest paying, but these are the first jobs that we can take. There's not really much else you can do. But basically, we're just going to be grinding, trying to get as many, you know, as much money as possible to be able to buy our own outfit, start our own company, buy our own plane, etc. We've got a ferry flight here, 30 minutes for 1630, 20 minutes for 600, 45 minutes for 2710. The thing is, some of the longer ones, you could use that trick to increase the sim time. If you got your everything set up nicely, you could make those go pretty quickly, I feel like. I also think we're going to have different difficulty missions. You guys can see all these are 1 stars here. Obviously, if we could get a more difficult mission, we're going to be able to make more money. So we have the ability, I think, depending on where your jobs start and ends, you unlock those areas in the world. So we could also work over here. So we've got ferry flights in the States, 3,270, 2,390, depending on the timing. If we take this one, I think it unlocks this area down here, like the Fort Myers area, because we're going to go down there. So if we take more jobs that kind of go south, we're going to start unlocking, maybe we get like Miami for this one. We're going to deliver an aircraft to Okeechobee. Going to be flying over Lake Okeechobee here. Dude, this is sick. All right, here we go. 1 hour flight, 3,000 credits. That means they're probably paying like 40,000 for this to happen, but our freaking Arturo is taking all of our bread. That's how it is, though. We're small little peon to start our career. Got to get our hours in, got to get our certifications, got to keep pushing forward. We'll eventually get there. We'll be in charge of our own outfit with our own pilots and stuff eventually. I love this though, dude. Like the fact that they I thought it was cool when we first looked at it, but like the fact that they made it so grindy and you really got to get your licks before you can put yourself in a good position is pretty cool.
The bird we've got to ferry back to Oasis Ranger Station, U.S. government, is this newly upgraded 172 Skyhawk.
This is a government
The owner's
contract?
aircraft was in for maintenance, and now that it's fixed, he wants it flown back. He is already waiting for it. His name's Mr. John Jacobs.
Jingleheimer
Now
Schmidt?
give this beautiful bird the VIP treatment it deserves. Take care.
Dude, it's so cool that you get to see all these different airports too. Obviously every little airport all over the world is so different, and we're going to be going to all these faraway places, and like these are what they look like. It might not be exact, but this is what it would look like if we were out here in South Florida. Is this the runway here? Or this is the taxiway, so we're going to have to taxi down to the end of the runway. I mean, technically we could probably just take off from this position if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it ultra real in here. Just taxi towards the end of this bad boy. Make a U-turn to align with runway 28. Is this the runway over here? Or is this... Is the taxiway considered the runway? I'm really confused. We're just gonna take off, bro. This might be considered the runway. I have no idea. I don't know the customs of this area, so we're just gonna go. Let's just get after it. Let's get up to our takeoff speed. We're gonna be all right. This is a really skinny runway, but I don't think it wants us to go through the grass, that's for sure. What? Is that green smoke there? I'm not sure. All right, here we go. Take it off. Up over the trees. We're going to climb up to 500 feet. We can start to set our trim a little bit, I think. We're going to try to make quick work of this one. So we're done with the first part of this, the takeoff. Obviously, takeoff and landing are by far the most important parts. Now, we have the option. We can alt in to skip to our descent, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do that thing I showed you. We're just going to try to get this trim set up nicely. Got to find that perfect... I mean, it's never going to be perfect. You can see we've got turbulence and stuff we're going to deal with. So it's, you know, it's not a skip. You're still flying. You still got to manage everything. But if we could find a good balance, we can speed things up a little bit and just try to make this journey a little bit easier on us time-wise. Ooh, look at this right here. Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, we're going to fly. Here's Lake Okeechobee. We are cruising over it. And what would have taken us an hour in real life time, we're actually going to be able to finish in a reasonable amount of time. And obviously when we get in planes with autopilot, this is nice. It's almost like a fast travel or something. You know what I mean? Like you go to sleep, wake up. You know, technically some pilots do that in those long haul flights. You've always got somebody awake at the helm, but it'll help us actually get through this career mode in decent time. Dude, this would be a haul in real life. Oh my goodness. It'd be so freaking hot in this plane too. The sun just baking you, the loud engine just constantly going, reverberating, and constantly shaking around and stuff. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're gonna announce, hold on, slow things down here. Gonna have to get into our traffic pattern here. Looks like the runway is gonna be somewhere down to our left, maybe. I don't know, first government contract here. We gotta make sure we do this thing right. Got our flaps set to 10 degrees. Try to keep it around that 65 to 70 knot mark. Gonna be gaining a little bit of speed here, so we're gonna back off the throttle. There is that looks like a lake. Is that a runway? Oh boy. Oh, there's a lake next to the runway. That makes sense. Try to use a bit more rudder so we don't have to use as much banking. And we are gonna come down onto this runway here, baby. Here we go. We got trees right at the start and trees at the end. This is going to be a tight one, Trev. Oh, boy. I don't love this. Going to get ready to apply some flaps if we need them. Oh, this is a really tight one, huh? Okay. Drop her down low. Don't skim the top of the trees. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. More flaps. Like we're coming in a little bit hot. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. You're gonna have to get her down early. Kind of a bit of a hard landing. I didn't talk to ATC. Sorry, ATC. That's my bad. That's my bad. I was so focused on making sure we got over that tree line. I didn't realize that was gonna be that intense towards the end. All right, hold short is gonna be back behind us, so we're going to push forward and turn around, I guess. Gosh, don't penalize me, please, 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 please. We're good? All right. Flaps all the way back up. We're not trying to take off again. We're just going to go down to the other end. So does it want me to get off and use the taxiways maybe? I mean, that would potentially make a bit more sense. I don't know why it always feels like the hold short is so much further behind us, but we're getting it done for now, I guess. Right at the very start of the runway. Just cutting through the grass. Looks like that's where we can get some gas and stuff over here. We got some water. Looks like we got a little bit of flooding. Storm might have come through here or something. We're going to go park in the rubble over here. I feel like at the smaller airports, the parking situation maybe isn't the best, but we're going to be all right.
I know
Parker over here.
repositioning flights are not always easy missions, but you did a solid job, and I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Glad you appreciate all of our hard work. There's our second mission complete. And let's see how we did. Landing smoothness was a 46%. Okay. Everything went perfectly during this flight, he says. We got another A. Dude, we would have made 44,000 credits on that if we had our own business. That's the number one thing we got to work towards. It's going to take some grinding to get there. I'm going to have to do a bunch of missions. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you all later. Peace out.